Leo, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the solstice, going from the summer solstice of 2023 to the equinox. 3 monthly reading here. I've done the collective reading, also going through your birthday period, so it will be a real transitional period for you. You'll see the slowing down, I would have thought, in the first month, and then it picks up in your birthday month, and then it's sort of from there goes, and then you really start taking off, as it were. So a real sort of transition for you. Overall energies, karmic message for your relationship side, or your emotional sort of side, or spiritual side. Your karmic message for your business projects and your jobs, etc. What's been influencing over you the past 3 months, and then these 3 month period within the summer period in the northern hemisphere and the winter period in the southern hemisphere. You know, so if you want to know more about that, go and see the collective reading, because I go into it quite a lot about the rhythms of life, southern and northern hemisphere and everything like that, and according to your birthday and what have you. So with your overall energy, you have the Four of Wands. I think you get that a lot, actually. The Four of Wands could well be mean that some of you are getting married. It well could mean that you're starting a business or project or a new job and stuff like that. It's also for the fact that you're going through your birthday as well. You're moving from the old year into the new year. And it is, the overall energy here is trying to, as I said, take you through that transition from one stage of your life to another. Let's see what's been influencing you over the past 3 months on your relationship side. Yeah, I think over the time, I've seen you grow amazingly, Leo. You've done some amazing stuff, and it's brought through a very vibrant energy in regards to your relationships. And it's may not necessarily, everybody may not be happy with your success, and that has caused you over the past month start putting up a few boundaries and stuff like that. Maybe it's sorting out things that work for you and what don't work for you, and making your relationships healthy. I think that's what you've been doing over the latter stages of the spring period, or the autumn period in southern hemisphere. But I think you've set some very healthy boundaries with yourself. So people, when people cross it, you don't bite their hands off, but at the same time you just kind of go, no thanks. This is your karmic message. That's what could have been building up over the past sort of 3 months as well. And it might have caused you a bit of pain, obviously, a painful situation that you might have to deal with. And this could be something as simple as an argument with a friend, a very long-term friend. It could be, obviously, a separation with a partner. It could be, a real a real argument with like a family member or something like that. It doesn't necessarily mean couples, but whatever it is, I think you may feel like you may get the impression that you're being betrayed in the situation. That's what I feel like. That's not nice. I don't like that for you, Leo. We'll have a clarification on that, obviously, with the Light Seers card, but I'm not going to tell you life is always like fluffy clouds and rainbows, because that's not true. You know that, I know that, everybody knows that. And this starting of this new year and ending of the old one, because this is the ending month, this is your transition month, and that is really when you start really humdinging in the last one. And I think maybe it may even be as much as that you've got a new job and it's far away from the people that you love, and it may well be something like that. But there is a degree of sort of having to deal with some sort of, is it deception? It could well be a deception, the fact that you've moved someplace and it's not really lived up to what you think it was going to be. The community is not what you think it was going to be. That's a possibility. In the month that leads up to it, look at that, you get the Three of Swords. The Three of Cups. So this joyous side of you that I know you have, and it's been very obvious within your readings over the past month, is there within you. And I think in this month leading up to your birthday period, it's the summer period, June through to July, you're being sociable, you're connecting with lots of other people. You're connecting with a lot of other people. This Three of Swords sort of like does bother me a little bit, because it seems to be connected to something on the outside, not necessarily something that you've. This is why I'm maybe getting a little bit of the idea of something cheated. It's like life has dealt you a bad card. Okay, so that's what a bit of it is. But you know, you've got that bright and enthusiastic output into life. When you put your energy into things and your celebration into things, it really does bode well the world. And you've got the Ace of Cups. No, not the Ace of Cups. The Page of Cups, sorry. The Page is opening up new pathways. And there's a fish in there, and it's a bit like your dreams, your emotional dreams and aspirations. To dance like a fish, to be totally on your pathway, to know where you're going. And it's that fish lives in that cup. Yeah? And I know and you know that a fish can't live in a cup of water. Unless it's really, really small. And that fish is not small. And I think it's a case of, so now this is giving me a bit more on the Three of Swords. Maybe this is something in the past that you're finally getting over. This is why this is why I didn't like it. This is why it didn't feel right. This is why it was lots of different messages coming in for that Three of Swords. That Page of Cups is opening that pathway to love. That's what it's doing. It's believing in love again. That is what you got to learn. That's what that karmic message is. And the reason you got to learn to love again, because there's a lot of things mixed into it. It's to do with the past. And it could be sort of like, you know, people that were not nice to you, or that you were wrongly done, you know. Whatever it is, it just seems like it's in the past. And this period here, this transition, and this is why you got the Four of Wands, you're moving into the future. You've got to let go of those barriers, I think, in order to live life. I think, okay, this is what I'm now getting. You've got to learn here, so like, if you put up boundaries, right? Yeah, and I understand it, I get it. Not everybody's very nice in the world. And we all know that. And that's what creates that. But if you treat everybody like that, then you're going to get that. And what it's sort of saying here is your karmic mission is to convert that. To get over that. To not be suspicious that anybody, you know, people that have not got your best interests at heart. And I think they do. I think they do. When you get involved with it, when you engage in it with the Three of Cups, you're going to realise that actually love is abundant. Leo. You've got to learn this lesson, Leo. Otherwise, it's going to be detrimental to you. You've got to trust people. You've got to give over to people. I think this is a massive lesson for you here. It's the starting of that logical revolution. Use that logic. You know, people are not out to get everybody. There is only a few set of people there, and they will no longer stand up in the logic. You got to be you. That's what you got to be. Yeah, I'm not saying you got to love every single person, because that ain't going to happen, is it? You know, there's some people that you would agree with, some people you won't agree with, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to bring you down. I think here is you've just got to quell those doubts within you. Face the lion that is within you and release that lion. Release the voice of the lion, the authority that you can have, because it could be done through a very noble way, I think, for you. Rather than feeling like Richard III that's getting done over. You know, I think that's Shakespeare when he gets done over. Someone will tell me if it's not the case. But I think that's what the case is here. It's a real learning lesson. It's only these two cards here, and it's to do with the past. These are the only two cards that are causing you problems. On your material path, you get your job, your business, and your projects. You get the Seven of Cups. You've got to follow the evident path that is right for you. You know, you've got to go on to do what you've got to do in life. And you've got to follow it. You've got to not be distracted. That's what the karmic message is for your material side. Don't be distracted in the world around you. Concentrate on where you should be going on your career path, on your job and your business. The influence from you is lots of ideas that have been coming up through you. And this is possibly that autumn period, because the autumn period, which is the 3 months before your birthday, that's when a lot of ideas come to the surface. And this Page of Swords opens that pathway as much as the Page of Cups does. And it's been opening the doorway into lots of ideas. The question is how do you convert those ideas into everyday life? And that's why you've got to realise that once you look around you, you're going to realise that it's evident that I should be doing this. And that is the evident path. And that's what you should be following. I think it's going to be really good for you financially. In fact, I think it's really good both sides. And I'm quite surprised with that. I was quite surprised with that Three of Swords at the beginning there, because of what I've seen in your readings in the past. But I think you've just got to finally let go of having to protect yourself all the time. Don't bother, man. You know, if people try and hurt you, I trust you enough to get out of the way so they don't hurt you. But then at least you'll know straight away, because you haven't protected yourself, you'll know straight away who's within your best interest. So this is following your evident path on your material side. In the month before your birthday, we get the Three of Wands, the Harbour Master. The plans are in place. That's the Two of Wands, which you got there. Did you get the Two of Wands out? No. Which you got there, which is really good. It's leading into that transition, which is obviously within the period here between July and August, your birthday period. And you're ready to go. I think you're going to be ready in this month, this first month here, ready to go and get on, basically. And it's having to be a little bit patient to put into action the ideas that you want to be doing. And then, in your birthday month, you get the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is all about the longer term journey. It's all about planting seeds, which he has, because the Page of Pentacles has collected it for him. And there's a field that's just behind him, which you can see here, which needs to be planted up. And now it's the time to get on. July and August, your birthday period is going to be a real humdinger. It's going to be like you're sitting on the front, you're at the starting line of a race, and it's ready, and that's the green light goes, and you're off. With the Ace of Cups at the bottom, that's what's going to be flowing through you. The more you try and hold on or protect yourself, the more difficult the situation is going to be. So I would just head on down the pathway to your destination and start manifesting your beautiful future. And it is going to bring you, look at that, the Six of Wands. You've been getting that a lot as well within your monthly readings as well. And that success really kicks in. That success really kicks in August to September, in Virgo season. All of a sudden it's going to become very, very concrete for you on both your relationship and your financial side of life. Thank you very much for being here, Leo. Thank you very much for support for this channel as well. Interesting month for you, interesting period for you, a real learning curve, and all on your relationship side, and a massive instigation on your material side. With the Four of Wands, you get the Six of Cups. Recognizing the good stuff in the past on the pathway that got you to where you are to this moment of transition, and take all of those good stuff with you. That's what the overall energy wants for you. Okay? I'm going to first go for the Nine of Wands. I'm itching to get to that. Nine of Wands. You get the Empress. This is great. The Empress card here. She has control over her emotions. And she is standing in the sun, happiness, combining the moon, so she can create the world, a new cycle. And I think this is what this is all about. Creating a new you is what it's all about here at the moment. One that's built upon, when you know you're right, you don't need to protect yourself. That's what righteous is all about. And I think you've got to be a little bit righteous in it all. Doesn't necessarily mean beating others down. You've just got to be a little bit righteous on your... With the Three of Swords, you get the Temperance. You've got to learn patience with yourself, patience with other people. Not everybody's at the same level. Not everybody's at the same speed. You may have understood a great deal within your emotions and your relationships, but others around you might not have, and that may be causing that pain and difficulty. And you've got to be a little bit patient about it all. Okay? What's going on with this Three of Cups? A lot of socializing in June, July. Playing smart. I think this is playing smart to create this new you. And it's seeing how it fits with everybody around you, within the social network that is around you. Within your couple, within your family, within your friends, within your community, within all aspects of that. Once you start realizing that, all of a sudden, you know, it's going to take you on to believe in love again. So you don't waste your time on certain relationships. It just ain't worth it, really. You know, and playing smart about this, allowing the unknown, the moon, to come through. Sorry, I'm still on this, so I ain't going to take that card. You know, that is that moon coming there, and that's what you got to play smart and allow that moon to come through, which is going to be, you know, reveal a lot of things in you. By playing smart, it's also going to reveal a lot of things in people that are around you, good and bad. So then you can make a conscious decision to go on and go forward towards the Page of Cups. And you're ready for this. You are ripe. This is your birthday season. Happy birthday to you, Leo. This is where you can really start recognizing the good work that you've done. It goes from the Nine of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles. You're converting those Nine of Wands into the Nine of Pentacles. And it might be a bit of a change of direction for you, a completely new path for you in regards to relationships and what have you. And with the Strength card, you get the Six of Swords. That could tie into that patience there, where you're moving on to something really, really new. You've got to be patient for it to happen. This is where I'm talking, where not everybody's at the same speed. And if you've got that Strength card and that strength within you to go on to what you should be doing, you're going to come to calmer waters in the future. I think the autumn period, September through to December, is going to be very... There's a lot going to be going on your relationship side. I think this summer solstice, this summer period, is much more about the financial sort of side. Let's just see what's going on with the Page of Swords. You get Justice. Yeah, I think so. I think you know this. I think you've done the good work. I think you realise that you deserve these ideas to come to fruition, because they're good, clean ideas. And I think you realise that, and that's what's come out of this last 3 months. You're looking for justice in the good work that you've done and in the hard work that you've done. And if you follow your evident path, that's what you're going to get. Seven of Cups, you get the Two of Cups. The unification of yourself. Because you're going to be stepping onto the path that makes you feel at one with yourself. that takes you to a completely higher level in regards to the material world. Success, you know, money will come with success anyway, whether you like it or not. So I wouldn't be concentrate on that. I would concentrate on this righteous place of being, as it were, of standing in your power. Let's just see what's going on with the Three of Wands. You get the Four of Swords. I think this is patience. I think it's making sure in the June, July period on your financial side, making sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Making sure everything is in place. It's going to make you feel a lot better about this path that you're going to embark upon in your birthday period, which is going to bring you that recognition and success. And it's making you feel okay with everything, making you that healing sort of scenario. You've got to make sure every angle's sort of covered. And that's what that month is all about. The Sun, you, and this is you coming into your power. It's actually getting on, doing that projects, planting those seeds, getting that new job, getting that promotion, starting that business, doing it, going ahead, taking your business to another level. All of that is happening in that month there, and it should be driven by your happiness of being, your knowledge that this is what I should be doing. A real transitional period. With the Six of Pentacles, I think you say goodbye to any disappointments in the past. Anything that you've been trying to put into place in regards to your business, your projects, and etc. Everything that you've been trying to put into place, which is that Three of Cups there, you know, disappointing associations, and that association could be associated with a company, a particular type of job, or it could be with a business partner, or you know, working on your projects in your life with other companies. I think you've come to a stage here now where you're getting that success, and it's getting rid of the old disappointments in your life. Tricky time, I've got to say, for you, Leah. I knew it was going to be tricky because it's your birthday period right in the middle of it. And it is usually a real transitional period, which I said at the very beginning. That's why you've got the Four of Wands, and that's why you've got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It's all going to kick off for you, and I think it's going to kick off on the financial side, on the material side, much more than it is on the relationship side, because that's all coming up in the autumn period between September and December. I have done the collective reading on our channel. You'll find that linked at the end of this reading, somewhere around my head. And also, you know, you will have your weekly reading coming out at the weekend. Don't forget, thank you very much for your support for this channel. Subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking, all of that malarkey. I appreciate it. It really does help out. If you did enjoy this, if it did resonate with you, then show your support in any which way you can. It's really absolutely beautiful. It's lovely to have you here. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.